I'm Maggie. Welcome to Experiments in Crafting. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my new favorite yarns, and that is Premier's DK Colors. DK Colors is a striping yarn that comes in a huge amount of different colors. Premier is constantly adding new ones and taking less popular ones off, so I don't really have a number for you, but all of the colors that I've worked with have been absolutely gorgeous. This color here is called Teal Blue. And then I have Parrot, Newspaper, and Wisteria. Wisteria, Newspaper, and Parrot are all Premier online exclusives, so they're only available from the website. The Teal Blue I bought at Joann Fabric and used it to work up my interlocking shells blanket, which you can find a tutorial on the channel. And then also the dual arch edging, and there's also a tutorial for that edging on the channel. DK Colors comes in 140 gram balls, which are 5-ounce balls. It's a number 3 lightweight yarn or DK weight yarn. They recommend using a 4mm or a US 6 knitting needle or a 4mm crochet hook, which is a G hook. I should mention that for the 140 grams, you get 383 yards or 350 meters. I think that the amount of yarn that you get from Premier is pretty generous. I was able to make this entire baby blanket out of just 3 balls of DK Colors, and that includes the whole border. I really enjoyed working with this yarn. It works up absolutely beautiful. The color transitions are really nice, and they're not very abrupt. Some of the self-striping yarns can just be hard color changes, and I felt that this yarn faded a little bit more like a gradient than it did just with rather than having just abrupt color changes. So in the Teal Blue, it fades from a light blue to a medium blue to a darker blue, and then to dark gray, and then to light gray. And then the color transitions start over again. And I was able to find a start and stop in each new ball and continue the pattern on. You can see that I'm just short a little bit of the light blue here, but it's not super noticeable just as you look over the whole blanket. I previously reviewed one of Premier's yarns called Parfait Layers. Parfait Layers is also a striping yarn, and I had a number of issues with the various balls of yarn where they didn't have the right colors, the colors weren't in the right orders, there were lots of knots and weird spots in there, and I really liked the way that yarn felt, but I didn't have any of those issues with DK Colors. All of my balls had all the colors in the right order. I didn't have tons of knots or anything like that. Actually, I don't think in the 3 balls that I used I had any knots in the entire ball. So that was a great improvement over the other yarn. This is a very different style of yarn. This is a more traditional plied yarn where Parfait Layers is a chenille style yarn, but it was not reflective of the quality from the company overall. This striping yarn was absolutely perfect. Premier is really big into their anti-pilling feature. You can see that when they originally released DK Colors, it didn't have that note on it, but now all of the new balls have anti-pilling written on them. What that means is that this yarn basically doesn't have very much halo, even though it's a really soft yarn. The halo, or the little fibers that stick off of the yarn, are what cause pills. They will knot themselves together as they rub, and that just tends to make something look old and kind of ratty. But I have every reason to believe that the DK Colors yarn will hold up after a bunch of washes and dry cycles in the dryer, which is really important for items for kids because they're going to need to be washed and dried a lot. And if you spend all of the time to make a baby blanket or a sweater or something like that, you want it to hold up for a number of years and not look terrible. So I think that this is a really good choice for baby items as well as items for adults. I purchase a lot of yarn for the channel to review and to make different projects and tutorials, and it isn't often that I go back and buy a yarn for a second time. Once I make a project out of something and do a review, that generally is all the yarn I'm going to buy of that, just because I buy so much. And I really, really like this yarn. I went out of my way and went back to Premier's website, ordered some of the new colors because I want to use it for baby blankets for family and friends. And to me, that really says a lot about how much I really liked this yarn. I think it worked up beautifully. The colors are just so bright and unique, and the stripes work up really nice. And so I would say I really can't recommend this yarn enough. It's inexpensive. You get a lot in the ball. And if you're looking for a beautiful self-striping baby yarn, and something that you think you want to be around for a while, I would definitely recommend DK Colors. If you have any questions about Premier DK Colors, please leave those in the comment section below, and I'll do what I can to help you out. As always, I'm available on Instagram and Facebook at Experiments in Crafting. If you ever have questions or comments, and you want to show projects that you've worked up out of any of my videos, that's a great place to reach me. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to the channel. If you're already a subscriber and you don't seem to be getting notifications when we upload videos or when we're live, there's a little bell next to the subscription button, and you can hit the bell, and then there's a drop-down menu that you can change from personalized to all. And when you change it to all, that should be the most notifications you can possibly get for the channel. Thanks for watching.